topic that I was given is about cybersecurity, threats, solutions, and challenges. There is a structure to the presentation that I have prepared, but I don't mind veering away from the structure so that we can have a lively interaction. After all, this is supposed to be an industry exposure to you. Okay? We look at realistic problems with realistic solutions. So, and I also gathered that not all of you have technical background. So I try to cover some of things without much technical things. So I added some concepts and other things which you would require to know. Now let's start with cybersecurity. Why do everybody think cybersecurity is important? Why don't you just read this quote? The only system which is truly secure is the one which is switched off and unplugged. Locked in a titanium safe, buried in a concrete bunker, and is surrounded by nerve gas and very highly paid armed guards. Even then, I wouldn't stake my life on it. Think about this. So why would a person who has spent a lot of time studying cyberspace make a statement like this? There are certain fundamental issues about cyberspace. The first fundamental issue is what we call as cyberspace means anything that is connected and can interact with each other over the airwaves or the other type of waves. Is fundamentally designed to be cooperative in nature. So cyberspace is built on cooperation, coordination, trust. So if you say, I'm sending you a packet, you are most welcome to receive it. Look at any of the protocols that you have studied, TCP, IP, anything. There is nothing in the protocol which says, no, I want to first talk to my computer, my OS, I want to receive it or not. It was not designed like that. It was designed to be a very friendly space where everybody can interact with everybody. Even now, most of the protocols don't validate. Some of you must know about the BGP routes. The biggest cyber attacks happen by BGP routes. BGP servers are the big servers in internet, which decide how the internet packets move between big networks. Like I'm sending a packet from India to, let's say, another company in America. We cross multiple BGP routes. So the route says, I know how to go to America. Everybody believes, yeah, he knows. Nobody's going to question, how do you know? So this is the type of trust that is embedded in cyberspace. Now, when you have built a space which is where trust is at the heart of it, how do you implement security? This is the root of all the challenges in cyberspace. So you've created a space where trust is at the root of everything. Everybody is nice, everybody is good. How do you catch rogues in that space? Okay. With this thought, let's go through briefly. So before we start the standard part, let's go through the definition of cybersecurity. It's nothing but a body of technologies, processes, and practices involved in protecting individuals, organizations from cyber crime originally, now cyber warfare. So far, so good? And so now when you say it is designed to protect, what is it designed to protect? We have to be more specific than being, So a definition doesn't illuminate unless and until it is specific. So usually they talk about 5 principles, out of which 3 are considered as generally a triad. So the first one is confidentiality, integrity, availability, and then there is also accountability and auditability. Correct? These are the 5 principles that we are supposed to maintain. When we say I have a cybersecurity system in place, you are able to say that my data is secure. It is given access to people who have rightful access to it. My data cannot be tampered with, which is integrity component. So if you tamper with it, I will know. And when I want to access my data, I will always have access to it, which is availability. Accountability means I can always identify who has made changes to my data. Correct? Auditability means it cannot be tampered, whatever changes you make. I should be in a position to say, no, you did it at that time. And you cannot deny it, no repudiation, in a more academic jargon. Fair enough? Now, let's look at the scope of cybersecurity. This is a projection roughly in 2021. I'm sure all of you must have gone through statistics like this. And I'll tell you from my experience in industry, probably these statistics are based on 20 to 30% of the crimes which are actually reported. A large number of crimes or attacks are not reported for obvious reasons. Correct? So the statistics that are built based on 20 to 30% itself is so staggering, shocking, isn't it? Why is this happening? Because almost all the businesses are moving digital. And not many businesses have thought about security in digital. Like I told you, when you build a house, you first build a compound wall, right? You don't build a house and then think of a compound wall. In digital space, it's the exact opposite. You first build a house and then you think of a compound wall. See, these are the challenges that we have, which is why cybersecurity continues to be a big issue and will continue to be a big issue. So I don't want to go over the statistics here. So I'm sure you guys can read it. Okay, now let me ask you, when do you think the first cyber attack would have happened? Let's put a date to it, a year. Make a guess. Come on, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. 70s, 80s, okay? Okay, good answer. 1982. Just spend a moment looking at it. Can you guys read it? It's too small. Let me see if I can zoom it a little bit. Yeah, can you guys read it now? There was an attack on a Soviet era pipeline, which the story on how it was done is what we now call as a logic bomb. The Soviet could manage to build pipelines, but they could not manage to build software to control the pipelines. The software they had to source from a Canadian company. This is the peak of Cold War. So the Americans have reached out to the Canadian company, planted their own programmer, and inserted a logic bomb, which triggered and destroyed the pipeline, which was built at a huge cost and had a very, very significant economic impact on the Russia, or that time Soviet Russia. Correct? Yeah, it is now accepted by the Americans too. So this is the time it started. So what I'm trying to highlight here is cyberspace right from the beginning was never a space of peace. So today we have a concept in warfare largely called as no conflict, no peace stage. So you have peace, you have conflict, right? Now there is something between both of them. It's called no war, no peace. So you're not really at war, but you're not at peace either. There is constant conflict going on. So this is what accurately describes the cyberspace today. And cyberspace has always been like that. So that is what I am asking you to start thinking as. Correct? So before we go further into technical concepts, I thought you should have some clarity about the key concepts, because without which your understanding of the whole class will be significantly impeded. So let's look at a couple of concepts. So I'll try to cover broadly two important things about, general concept of cryptography, operating systems, and networking concepts, security concepts like triad, and we will also look at a couple of other things. What's an operating system? If all of you know, please say that, sir, we know it. I'll move on to the next slide. What's an operating system? What does it do?
In simple terms, it provides an interface between the human element that is sitting there and the hardware that we need to operate on. So it can be anything. It could be starting from a small Raspberry Pi to your own laptop. So
correct. So it is an interface between the human and the input, output, and compute. Three things. Correct? There is a compute infrastructure. There are input devices, there are output devices. The human interacts through the input devices. The compute connects to other devices, performs the work, and displays it on the output devices. This task is made super easy by operating system, which means when you say, I switched on my machine, so you interact with the operating system. Operating system tells you, okay, my boss, all the devices are ready to listen to your commands. Please tell me what I should do next. Play the song. Okay, boss, I will play. Fetch the file. Application, okay, here is the file. Application says, can you process this? Processed. Can you send this to the speakers? Sent. You see, operating system is the one which runs behind. It is everywhere, but yet not felt. You think it's intuitive, you just double click. Correct? So this is the heart of the cyberspace. All battles are fought in the applications and the operating system space, nowhere else. Correct? Now, we look at another thing called as rings. This is extremely important concept. It's a hardware concept. Now, when you are trying to fight for control over the devices, like for example, I want to find out what your location is. I want to be able to destroy your hard drive data. I want to be able to steal your personal information, which means I have to have full control over your system. How do I do that? So there are 2-3 approaches. One approach is at the operating system level. Through multiple layers of defense, operating system creates, this is kernel, which means the secret room, nobody should enter. There is user space, you are free to play inside this. You try to cross this and get to kernel space, no, I won't let you do that. But all hackers want to do that. Correct? Because if you become the watchman, can anyone notice you as a thief? So every thief wants to immediately don the police cap and say, I am a watchman now, I am watching over everything. Correct? So all thieves, which means all the hackers, when they enter a computer system, they always want to abuse the operating system powers and hide in the plain sight, pretending to be part of the operating system. So there are inherent defenses built in the operating system, and there are also inherent defenses built even in the hardware level. But not all operating systems use them effectively. Even now, the latest version of Windows doesn't use most of the hardware protections. Okay, it is important to know that this space is not attended to even today. So when you say you are operating at ring 0, the hardware fully listens to you. The processor fully executes all the commands you send. Ring 1, ring 2, ring 3 are restricted levels, where you have limited access. So the kernel or the operating system largely operates in ring 1 or ring 0. These are at the hardware level. Clear? Now I'll also touch about a couple of concepts on cryptography. How many of you know what is cryptography?
Cryptography is like the basic term, if you understand, like encrypting the message so that someone from the middle doesn't understand it, and the targeted audience reads it using the key or whatever it has.
Brilliant. So cryptography means ensuring the CIA of the message that you are sending me. It reaches me very safely, confidentiality is maintained, integrity is maintained, and it is available to me. Correct? Now, how do we achieve this? There are multiple ways. How do we do it in home? You and your sister will keep fighting, pretending to be fighting. Shared passwords. But the challenge is, let's say we both are separated by a common distance. How do we share the password? If we figure out a way to share the password, we can use the same platform to send the message to, right? So how do you operate when you both are separated? There is not so reliable environment between you both. Let's say I'm talking to you, we both want to exchange a message. There are so many other ears listening. How can I whisper to you without crossing them? Maybe they may not be paying attention, but can I take a risk? I will not. So I will consider this space as compromised. I cannot. So this is why the shared symmetric encryption algorithms won't work. Now, second problem, this is called symmetric encryption. Basically, we both use the same key. Now, another challenge is, let us say we kept on exchanging messages. Obviously, you also know the messages now will look gibberish. Let's say you are copying all the messages sitting in the middle. Today, you don't know him and you don't know me. Later one day, you know. You caught hold of me, slapped me thrice, took my password. You will be able to decrypt all the messages. Correct? Complete compromise. Another risk in this. So these are the challenges that people experienced during World War I and World War II. And with the proliferation of communication technology, like radio waves are open for all. So this challenge became extremely critical. I'm sure all of you must have known about Enigma, cracking. This is exactly what it was. And I'm sure you guys understand Enigma is a single reason why the Allies have won the war. It made a huge difference. Don't forget that. And they kept it a very good secret. That's also equally responsible. Correct? Now, to overcome this challenge, people came up with a very interesting algorithms. Algorithms like, for example, public-private key encryption. Now imagine it like this, you have a door. In the first example, we both shared the same key. Correct? I lock, you unlock, same key. What if I have two keys, one key to lock, one key to unlock. Same way you have. So I take a simple trunk, put my message in it, lock it with your key, send it to you. You only have the secret key to unlock it. Now your key is known to everyone, public, through lock. Let's say I am trying to send a message to you. I know with what key I should encrypt it for you. I have no idea how you are going to decrypt it. Everybody clear on this? So everyone, let's say we all are sending our keys. Everyone will announce their public key. This is my public key. You want to send me a message? Please encrypt it with this. If you encrypt it with this, I can guarantee you that no one else would read it except me. Same way, you want to send a message back to me? Here is my public key. Please encrypt that message with this and send back to me. Clear? When I receive your message, I use my private key to decrypt it. And my private key is safe and secret with me. Clear? Now, how do we generate these private keys? We use something called as hash functions. What does hash functions do? Hash functions take any random block of information and convert it into a sequence of random alphanumerics. Those functions are mathematically verified to be one way. Like, I give you a big block of data, it generates one unique number. You modify one small bit, one bit in this data, the whole number changes. Point number one. Point number two, if you just know this number, you can never reconstruct this data back. Clear? So today what we have is MD5 or other type of hash functions. You pass 700 MB file, it still generates 128 characters. Or 5 MB file, still 128 characters. Clear? Now in this example you see the cat, the image of the cat, in the image below one whisker is missing. You could barely notice it, but look at the hash function output. So even if one bit changes, everything is changed. Which is why hash functions have a great value in forensics too. I've got a data from you, I've got a file from you. Did anyone tamper it in the way? I compute hash value to check. Matching? Okay, nobody tampered this. Which is why when you try to download anything on the internet, below the download link there is always MD5 hash value. After you download, check it. Is it matching or not? If it's not matching, while you are downloading, somebody tampered it. Clear? So it's a one-sided computation, highly efficient, quickly you can do. So this has like multiple applications. Clear? Yeah. So this, I made it look so simple. Now you can see how it actually looks. It's a pretty complicated stuff and requires a lot of compute and a lot of effort. Nowadays we have hardware also for it. Yeah. Now let's look at networking concepts. When we are communicating on the network, how many of you realize how many different types of work happen? Let's say we are talking on WhatsApp. I made a call, let's say, if not, I sent you a message you on WhatsApp. Just understand how many layers of packaging happens in the data. Just imagine, let's say we are two computers. I've sent a packet to you. Now, when I say computer, who is receiving the packets? The operating system is receiving. Operating system says, okay, network device, give me this packet. Now, operating system first question will be, yeah, am I supposed to receive it? Or is it for someone else? Because there are so many machines on the network, no? How do we know? So it first says, okay, my MAC ID is matching with this MAC ID. So probably my packet. Okay. How many applications are running on my platform? I may have 2-3 LAN cards. Which LAN card should go to? Which network should it get to? I open up further and see IP. Okay, IP is matching with this, so probably this part of my network. Then opens up one more packet and says, okay, now I got this. Now whom should I give it to? So it looks at port now. Port is nothing but a unique identifier for a process which is having network connection. Is it browser, Windows update? It can be 1,000 other things. It says, okay, this looks like a Windows update packet. So I will give this packet to Windows update. Now Windows Update is also wondering, okay, is this for which user? About which file? How would I know? So further layering, presentation, application. You see, each layer helps you further resolve, so that the packet that is received or sent accurately reaches its destination. We don't understand all of this. It looks so magical, but a lot of packaging happens. So the message that you send is this small, it gets wrapped multiple times and then gets sent on the network. So this is a mature model which came out of years of experience. We call it OSI model. Clear? It has 7 layers. You all can see it. Usually when we call IP, TCP IP, right? So here the IP is called the network layer. MAC IDs, you know MAC IDs which are unique to a LAN card. They are the data link. And the ports and other thing come under the transport layer. TCP. TCP is control protocol basically, yeah. Clear? Just look at how the packets look wrapped up. Now you can clearly see the data is only here. This is the only data. Now see how much amount of jing bang happens, so that you actually get the packet. Same with TCP, data is here. And in TCP and UDP there is a difference. Now I am sending you a movie. I just want to say hello. Are they same? They are not same, because the movie is such a big file. I can't send you in one go. I have to send you in a sequence of packets. What if you miss one packet? Everything is gone. It's useless. So I pay extra attention to ensure that you receive the packets in the same sequence I sent you. So I wait for you. Correct? Let me give an example. I have sent a packet to, let's say, Binod. I'm waiting, Binod, acknowledge please. It may happen that Vinod has acknowledged, but that packet is lost. So I don't know. What should I do? I send the same packet, but he doesn't know. So he will have the same packet 2 times. Will the file open? It won't. So there is a lot of coordination that is inbuilt into the protocol. In that situation, he will not accept my packet also, he will wait. Let's say he sent a response. Now he doesn't know whether I got it or not. What if I have not got it? Now I also have to say again, yes, you sent me the acknowledgement, I got the acknowledgement. Then the loop is complete. I said, okay, I've sent you packet 1. He says, I received packet 1. Then I say, okay, I understand that you received packet 1. You say it's a 3-way thing. Only then we move to the second packet. So by design, it is slow, but it is very reliable. Which is why it is not used for video conferencing, audio conferencing, streaming movies. Because in streaming movies, if you lose one packet, there will be one blurred pixel. How does it matter? You can still see. If you're looking at audio packet, there will be one small key sound. Doesn't matter. So there we use UDP packet. I keep sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will receive 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. Still fine. You can still hear. Okay. So that's the difference between UDP and TCP and the regular TCP packets. Another concept that you need to know is access controls. These also can be implemented at the network layer, also can be implemented on the hardware layer. Okay, there are multiple protocols. What is access control? You are on my network, who are you? How do I know, do you have access to my network resources or not? I have a printer. I'm sure even in IIT, you guys have printers. Can you randomly connect your laptop to the cable and then print? You have to authenticate yourself. So that process is done with this LDAP, Kerberos, Radius. These are the ways to identify every person on the network uniquely. Because if I don't identify you uniquely, I don't know who you are. Correct? Now the next problem that you all have to learn is firewalls. What's a firewall? It is a security guard waiting at the network entry and network exit. His rule is very simple. साहब ने बोला है ID कार्ड नहीं है तो बाहर जाओ, अंदर नहीं आने दूंगा. करेक्ट? ID कार्ड है, बट आप एमटेक क्लास में जा रहे हो, आप बीटेक हो, नहीं जाने दूंगा. करेक्ट? क्लास 9 बजे शुरू होगी, आप 8 बजे आ गए हो, बाहर आओ, मैं आने दूंगा. So we framed rules. Those rules are implemented very strictly. अब देखिए सेम सिक्योरिटी वाला काम आर्मी वाले भी करते हैं, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड भी करता है, क्लास के बाहर वाला भी करता है. करेक्ट? काम में डिफरेंस है. कोई ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाएगा, कोई कम दिमाग लगाएगा, कोई बहुत केयरफुली देखेगा, कोई बहुत पैरानॉइड होकर देखेगा, कोई बहुत चीज़ें संभालेगा आपसे, लाइक बहुत चीज़ें बताओ, आईडी कार्ड दिखाओ, ये दिखाओ, करेक्ट? तो द लेयर ऑफ डेटा दैट यू कंज्यूम टू वेरीफाई is different at every level. So depending upon this, there are multiple layers of firewall. If I'm verifying your access at a lower level, I'm a layer 2 firewall. At a higher level, which means IP level, I'm a layer 3 firewall. I'm even able to see, यार आप WhatsApp तो चल नहीं रहा यहाँ पे, आपके पैकेट कैसे आ गए यहाँ पे? तो I'm at application layer. So at each layer, you add more intelligence, more data, which means more processing and more expensive. So सस्ते से firewall बहुत बेसिक काम करती है. जो सिक्योरिटी चेक करते हैं ना, ऐसा कर लेते हैं, कोई कुछ करता नहीं है, तो उस टाइप की फायरवॉल है ये. ऊपर वाला एकदम से है, सब जैसा आईडी दिखाओ, फोटो मैच नहीं हो रहा है आधार से, जाओ, आने नहीं दूंगा. सो दैट लेवल फायरवॉल्स. क्लियर? सो दीज आर लाइक द डिफरेंट लेयर्स. सो आई ट्राई टू कवर क्विकली बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द साइबर सिक्योरिटी थिंग्स हैपन बिकॉज फायरवॉल स्लिप अप. करेक्ट ना? अगर फायरवॉल सही होगा तो अंदर कोई आएगा ही नहीं. Correct? So, which is why it's generally important to have a rough idea about how the firewalls work. So, it's a packet filtering firewall. वो हर पैकेट के ऊपर नाम देखती है, कौन है ये, कहाँ से आया, TCP/IP सेशन है क्या, रिकग्नाइज्ड IP है क्या, IP रेंजेस मैच हो रहा है क्या, अंदर आने देगा. तो वो स्प्लिट करती है. ट्रस्टेड नेटवर्क का पैकेट बाहर नहीं जाना चाहिए, अनट्रस्टेड नेटवर्क यहाँ नहीं आना चाहिए. सो सिंपल अगेन बेसिक रूल्स इंप्लीमेंट करती है ये. एंड दिस इज हाउ मोस्ट ऑफ द रेगुलर कॉर्पोरेट नेटवर्क्स लुक. एक बार ध्यान से देखो इसको. सो राउटर राउट्स पैकेट बिटवीन डिफरेंट नेटवर्क्स. कैसे करते हैं? यहाँ पे एक डीमिलिटराइज्ड जोन है विच इज सेफ जोन. वहां पे आप अपने असद गिसद डाल दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. नो मॉनिटरिंग, नथिंग देयर. आपको जो करना है कर लो. सो यू हैव कंट्रोल्ड एक्सेस फ्रॉम आउटसाइड, अनफिल्टर्ड एक्सेस थ्रू द इनसाइड वाया ए सिंपल प्रॉक्सी. प्रॉक्सी बस इतना रिकॉर्ड रखती कौन हो आप. करेक्ट है? मल्टीपल नेटवर्क्स को कनेक्ट करने के लिए अलग से सेपरेट राउटर से आपके ए इंटरनल है, एक्सटर्नल है, इनकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अलग, सब अलग. दिस इज हाउ एक्चुअली ए जेन्युइनली अ कंपनी लुक्स लाइक. अब आप सोचो, एज ए हैकर, इफ समवन वांट्स टू ब्रीच, व्हाट शुड दे ब्रीच फर्स्ट? एंड इफ यू लेट अस से यू ब्रीच समथिंग, वेयर विल यू हाइड फर्स्ट? आप कहां से आ रहे हो? यहां से आ रहे हो या यहां से आ रहे हो? अरे कहां से आएंगे हैकर? कोई शक अभी तक? नो डाउट ना? एवरीबडी कंफर्टेबल इन हिंदी? हु इज नॉट? ओके, ठीक है, आई विल स्विच आउट इंग्लिश ओनली. सो हैकर विल कम फ्रॉम दिस साइड. फेयर इनफ सो फार. लेट्स से ही ब्रोक दिस. वेयर विल ही गो नेक्स्ट? Hide there, wait for an opportunity, then get in. Now we understand why this is very important. So any unpatched vulnerabilities in the routers, firewalls, are the cracks in your wall. Keep hitting there, it will fall. Once you get in, comfortably stay here, nobody will notice you, then get out. I'm sure all of you must have seen that movie Dhoom. If you want to catch A, you should think like A. Correct? Please.
So there's one more thing called cyber espionage. If you go back to the previous diagram, so you said, okay, there's one way we can take route through the routers, the networks and everything. But in terms of cyber espionage, if you really want to get into the inner workings of how the people dynamics are working within the organization, so that in a way you could attack the entire system rather than taking down the informational assets that is there within the organization. Now you monitor the activities, how things are going on, and then you do things. So that's a different route from the other side, attacking people from the personal level, then going through the entire.
Correct, Kanna. See, so in that case, what you've effectively done is you have directly reached here without going through the struggle, because you fooled an individual employee. So through social engineering or whatever you call it, okay, then you reach directly. So it's an easy way out, but it can also be easily caught. What if you pick the wrong guy?
Yeah, that
the whole
also
operation is
there,
gone.
yeah.
Correct? Cyber espionage is finished. You are totally exposed now. So there are risks and advantages. So, but what we are looking at is the traditional way of looking at cyber espionage. Now, espionage or cyber warfare is just a difference of motive. You're a thief, you can also do murder, right? So you have sneaked in, got inside, you can do whatever you like. So it's just a difference of motivation. But here we're looking at skill. The skill is same. Or is it not same? We'll look at that too in the next slides. Okay? Now you see how usually people connect from outside? LDAP or Kerberos, any one authentication server directly, identify yourself, then you're connected to the network. So these are the gateways to enter the networks. And I'm telling you honestly, not many people understand how they function. This explains why, despite the billions and billions of budgets that are spent, people screw up on basic things. Clear?